Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.
Okay, thank you. Hello, sir. I'm Jesus Cero from Acción Cine magazine here in Spain. First of all, thank you so much for this interview and congratulations. It's a really, really fun and entertaining film. So we've seen the film, but the audience knows. What can you tell us about Memory?
You mean compared to the other film or what?
Just for the people that hasn't watched the film yet, what can they expect from this film?
Well, first of all, it's a psychological thriller. That's what it's got. Action in it. It's got bursts of action in it. It's Liam Neeson, who I think is always associated with action films nowadays. He's terrific in the movie. He's playing a hitman who is slowly getting Alzheimer's, and as he deteriorates, of course, that affects the plot. And it's really about him refusing to, he's been asked to do a job, he refuses to do it because the target is a 13-year-old girl. He refuses that because he never kills children. And that brings about a huge kind of plot element into the story. It's to do with sex trafficking is the backdrop against all of this. It's set on the US-Mexican border in El Paso in Texas. So it's I think a very interesting plot. It's based on an earlier movie in Belgium, terrific movie. And we took it and we have made certain changes in it in the sense that all the dramatic elements in the original movie are in our movie, but we changed the ending of the movie, and we also our villain, if you will, is a woman, not a man.
We spoke with the villain a few minutes ago with Monica Bellucci, and she told us that this film, the main reason for this film is to entertain, but in the way of doing that, it brings to the table some topics that are very, very present about sex trafficking, about even about Alzheimer, that are very important for the film. So what can you tell us about that?
The sex trafficking, well, there is a message. I mean, the reason for setting it on the US-Mexican border was it happens an awful lot, obviously there, simply because, immigrants coming over from Mexico into the US and so forth, they're exploited. I mean, God knows what goes on there, but it's a perfect area to place the movie, really. And that backdrop, I think, is very relevant today. It happens all the time today, as we know, all over the place. And it's a horrendous crime. It's a horrendous, what's the word? It's a horrendous crime, and even though it's just our backdrop, I think it does have something to say, and it does have something to say about the subject.
And just last question, sir. Thank you so much. I have to ask you about, there is a new reboot from the Bond franchise. You directed the last 2 reboots. Great love films. Are you planning to direct Bond 26? Is there any chance that you are going to direct the next Bond film?
Well, look, I have no idea. The point is with Bond, I mean, it's every 3 years. So I think they've just got over this one, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I think they're just wiping their brows, probably exhausted after the whole process of COVID and not being able to release it and all of that. Who knows? I have no idea who the next Bond will be. I'm not even sure they have an idea at this point. Who will direct it? Exactly the same thing. I don't know.
Thank you so much and congratulations. Great film. Thank you, sir.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.